we are with Fiona Pasentino. Hi, Fiona.
Hey, Bradley.
Fiona
Fancy
and
you
I,
here.
fancy, wow, what a coincidence. We both happen to be here.
What a coincidence. Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Fiona and I, just to cut right to the chase here, Fiona and I are putting on a workshop together, and I wanted to jump on here to talk about it. And also, I want to learn a little bit more about her element, and then I'm happy to talk about more about my element. But just as a sort of an infomercial, if you will, to use a really old term. Wow, I've been on thinking, said that word for years. An infomercial about what are we doing? What is this workshop? Why are we doing this? And why might you be interested in joining? We Fiona lives in The Hague in the Netherlands. I'm outside of Utrecht in the Netherlands. This is going to be at the moment anyway, it's going to be an in-person, real live event that we want to do in person. So if you're in the
No,
Netherlands,
no voice recognition algorithms allowed
they will be checked at the door and denied
at the door.
entry.
Deactivated at the door. Nice.
So speaking of humor and AI, that is one of the elements we're doing. So it's called Augmenting Human Skills in the Age of AI. And I'm just going to give I'm going to give my version of the background of how this came about. And I'd love sort of your take on it, Fiona. So,
Yes.
and then also I want to give you a chance to introduce yourself properly because I've just jumped in here blabbing away. So I see this as Fiona and I have known each other a long time. Fiona and I both recently have been doing sort of improv and stand up comedy. And Fiona is the resident expert in AI. And it's not just that it's a fad that she picked up half an hour ago. She's been busy with it for longer than it's been so popular. And we were talking about how I've been president of Toastmasters twice. I have done Toastmasters for years, so regular public speaking. I've done stand-up comedy and improv comedy. And we were both talking about how AI could help you create your content or organize your content or maybe even create some fancy presentation. I'm not an AI expert, by the way. And then, but still, there's that element of great, I've got my presentation or my PowerPoint or my whatever in whatever media you're using to present. But now I, human, I need to go present to other real humans in real life at my company or at my pitch or even at my personal event, whatever it may be. And so that's where I was coming in with Fiona's going to help you with the AI and the content, and she'll explain more what else in a minute. And I'm going to come in with the human skills of presenting and some elements of public speaking and improv, using some improv comedy techniques, as well as even some stand-up comedy techniques to help get that message across from a human to a human audience. And we are going to do this in a very human way in person with very much real stage time. You're not just going to sit in the audience and listen to us blab on for hours. There's going to be real stage time with real evaluation and feedback from real humans like Fiona and me. And
Bradley,
that's
can
what
I
we're
jump
looking to
in
do.
and
Yes, I'm done.
just like back up a little bit? It's like, why are we doing this?
Yes.
And that is, there's a lot of talk about AI and tools, and we're jumping into this new world, and we're all learning about the tools, what they can do for us. And as they come online and they become part of our workflow, we find that we are separating ourselves into two. We've got our AI assistants, we got our human part. And we're starting to understand in our general workflow what is the AI good at and what it's not good at, and what the human is good at and not good at, or
Oh,
we don't like to do. We're good at everything, but there's things that we like to do and things that we don't like to do.
yeah.
So the ideal way of using AI is to sort of split your tasks straight down the middle. What do I love to do? What am I good at? What do I hate to do? What am I bad at? And usually the things that you love to do have to do with the human interaction, the connection, the inspiration, the live, presentation, the live training, all these things that humans like to do with each other in the live space. And we're seeing that more and more business activities are coming in the live space, we're getting a little burnt out with our webinars and our online
Yeah.
trainings, and you see a real need to become, to come together as humans. So this was kind of a brain baby that we had sitting talking about how we humans need to pull up and augment the things that we love to do and we're good at, and make the human more human, so that we can push all this other admin stuff to the side. And so we split up this workshop in two, which will explain what AI is, what it does, how it works, how you use it, some good tools, and then how you get all your boring, yucky stuff into the bots, and so you can do the fun stuff for yourself. And the way we split this up is so that you can take whatever you have going for you. You have a great sense of humor, you have great personal skills, whatever, just pushing that up, learning techniques like stand-up comedy, improv, great presence and presentation. And then we have a full roundup, and you'll walk away as a cyborg, half AI powered, half human at the end of the show.
A small implant. There is a small surgical procedure.
Me to your leader. Yes, that's the plan.
Sign the disclaimer for the surgical procedure.
Hey,
We won't track you.
right here. You see my chip?
The tracking element is only good for 14 days, and then after that you're on your own.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I love this. I love how you put that about also splitting up the what I don't like to do and what I do like to do, and what I'm good at and what I'm not good at. And ideally, because I'm looking to your guidance for like, how does AI help me with the stuff I don't like doing? And or how do I, like me, I am very much like at my core, I'm an improv artist, and I am totally fine with jumping up on stage and winging it, right? And I do fine, right? I've got my basic elements of the content I want to get across. I'm just going to wing it. And because I'm experienced in improv, I'll do fine, right?
Yeah,
and also
but that is a rare thing. Let me say, because
exactly
75% of people rate speaking in front of an audience as scarier than death. So that is a rare thing. And then stand-up is like next level public speaking, scarier than slow death. So,
we'll have rankings of death. So let's make the death even worse. So, and this is why also that this is going to be such a fun workshop, because you also you can help bringing the AI element onto the human element stage. And then that's where, because you and I both do a lot of public speaking, and we've done stand-up and improv. And so that doesn't scare us. And we're going to help you, dear participant, with having less fear and having less rather die than do this through some of the techniques and skills that we are going to do live. And
because AI will never be able to do a public presentation, unless you see like a Tesla robot out there, but they're not very inspiring. I wouldn't follow a Tesla robot, on a keynote. Like it would. So that's where we humans, we have to get better. We have to get better at these skills, whether we like it or not, to be effective.
You said something really cool. You said, how do we be even more human? Because the stronger, you know more about AI than I do, but the more AI gets embedded and the more an AI is getting smarter and doing more of whatever it can do, what's our competitive advantage as humans? And I think the answer is to be more human.
Yes, that is something that we're taking a very hard look in the mirror, and we're saying, well, what is our added value as a human? Because we have this tool that right now is able to outdo us in many, many thought worker kind of things. And so what are we bringing to the table that's better than a bot? Like, already we're seeing it's a better translator, it's better at writing code, it's better at our own games. It can even beat us in stratego, which is like the art of lying to each other and fooling us. So it's going to get harder and harder to say, hey, I have value that I'm bringing to the table, and hire me at a cost, rather than get it for free for an AI that doesn't have an opinion, doesn't go on vacation, doesn't give attitude, and so it's hard to compete with. It's hard to compete with free, immediate, perfect, and no attitude.
Yeah. And then, so for example, as some of the content that I'm going to help with is that I recently did a mini workshop on presenting, and I had 10 of the participants. They all presented the exact same content.
Mm,
And so the content was no longer the differentiating factor. Just like if AI, what if we all did the same prompt? Give me a 5-part presentation that's going to last half an hour about baking an apple pie. Well, now all 10 of the presenters have the apple pie content. So now it's up to you, each individual of the 10, is how are you going to present that? And
right,
so I had 10 people do the exact same content of the presentation, and yet I had them do it in like different styles.
right. Nice.
This was a form in the style of a TEDx talk, in the style of a you just won the Oscar, in the style of a Julia Childs on the cooking program to explain how to do it. So they
Cool.
all had the same content. It was in different styles. And this is also, sure, we can ask AI, paint the picture in the style of Picasso or write the presentation in the style of Mark Twain. Yep.
Nice.
But
Yep.
still that human is going to have the style. And ideally that style is going to be more individual for you
Yep.
as a
Nice.
human,
Yeah. Really nice.
your human friends.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
Cool.
And
I'm really excited.
yeah, I'm really excited about it too. I think we've got a really fun balance of Fiona and AI and Bradley and stage presence and building off of those two so that you go away from the workshop with elements of both. And Fiona is also going to talk about some tools that we can use to gather the content, to do the things that AI does best. And then I will also talk about presenting techniques and stage presence and stuff like that. So it's a really neat combination.
And we're going to have food. We're not going to have any fun at all. And there's going to be food and I think places to park, right? So
Yeah,
that should be easy.
parking, super easy to get there with public transportation as well. They're a 5-minute walk from the train station. We'll have all the details about timing and pricing and dates and whatnot down below in a link. And yeah, and we'll also we'll even have an early bird coupon. So if you see below and it's still early, then we will have an early bird coupon there for you as well.
Great.
And that's it. I think that sounds great. I'm looking forward to it, Fiona.
Me too. Really excited. All right.
Great. Thanks for hopping on here with me.
You bet.
Bye for now.
Okay. Bye.